Well, hey there. Good morning, Brick fans. Happy Monday to you. It is Monday. It is the end of April. It is April 28th, 2025. So it is time to talk your ears off about some news and rumors. And I'm not kidding when I say that this episode is just packed. It's crazy. So before I get into that, though, I do always want to say thank you so much. Whether you are listening in on your favorite podcast platform or whether you're a visual person and you like checking out the images and you like checking out the YouTube page, I just really appreciate it. No matter how you're listening in. Shout outs going today to whoever is listening or multiple people that are listening in Ireland. Huge numbers going on in Ireland right now, and I just love to see it. That's really cool. I love myself some analytics, so watching people listen from around the world is neat. So shout out to you in Ireland. You are fantastic. I appreciate you. So whether, again, you're listening on a podcast or you're listening on the YouTube page, if you enjoy it, I do episodes twice a week. I do them on Mondays and Wednesdays. Feel free to subscribe. That certainly helps me out as well. And if you're watching on the YouTube page, leave a comment. If you leave a comment, I will definitely get back to you. Usually within about 24 hours is about my average, but had some crazy comments lately on the YouTube page. I'm going to just take a second to tell you a story before I get into news and rumors. On the YouTube page, besides podcasts, I actually put out speed build and review videos, right? And I actually did a speed build and review video on the huge, beautiful T-Rex, like 40 inches long, 15 inches high, 3,200 plus pieces. This thing is gorgeous. It has so far been my favorite set of the year, and it is up there as one of my favorite sets of all time. Well, there was a comment left just the other day, and believe it or not, it was, I never say his last name right, but it's Benjamin. I'm just going to say Benjamin L because it's easier. But the guy who designed the Lego set, the employee that works for Lego who actually designed that set he saw my video and commented on it. And it kind of blows my mind a little bit. Like I kind of went all fanboy on him. But it's such a cool set and it's so incredible. And to have someone who has worked so hard and works for Lego and has designed a beautiful set to actually comment on little old me, because let's be real, y'all. It's not like I'm a big channel. I'm a little peon. Like I am very, very small potatoes. So it just is really cool when something like that happens. But whether you work for Lego and design beautiful sets for Lego, or you just like to listen in, I appreciate you so much. So again, little story for you today. Sorry to get off on a tangent, because let's get back to the news at hand. And it is a crazy one today, and that is not hyperbole. I have 17 sets that we're going to talk about, because we're done talking Star Wars for a little while, right? Like May 4th is right here. It is around the corner. You know everything you need to know about all the May 4th releases, all the details, all the minutia, everything you need to do to make it a beautiful May the 4th. However, did you know after May the 4th, just less than 2 weeks after that and less than a month after that, we have a crazy, crazy amount of summer sets that are about to drop. And so I'm going to tell you all about those. And I promise you today, I'm not talking Star Wars. We've done a lot of that the last couple of weeks, so I am going to steer away from Star Wars, and I'm going to get into Marvel. I'm going to start it off with this, a huge new leaked image of set 76 316. It is the Fantastic Four versus Galactus set. Now, it is a couple grainy images of basically the set that has been leaked because it's up on a store shelf somewhere. It looks like a Walmart to me, but it was on Reddit. And it's a 427-piece set, $60. All of these sets that I'm pretty much talking about today come out June 1st, a couple May 15th, and I will specify those. But this one comes out June 1st. And so I wanted to lead with this because if you end up seeing images of this, which by the way, I will post all of the leaked images that I have on the YouTube page. So if you are tuning in and you're watching the video, I will share what I have. Who knows if I'm supposed to, but I'm going to do it anyway so you can see it. But this Galactus and this set, yeah, I'm just going to tell you right off the bat, it looks weird. It is weird, and I don't know if I'm a fan. Like, I know some people are freaking out over this, and I'm excited for a Fantastic Four movie, and hopefully it's a really good one. I got my fingers crossed for sure, but I hope the movie's not like this set, because this Galactus, he got big old hips. And if you know Galactus, he is the World Eater, right? He is the character who came out in the 60s, Fantastic Four, number like, I don't want to say like 58 or something like that. The Coming of Galactus. It's where we first see the Watcher, the Silver Surfer, Galactus's Herald. And he is an iconic, huge, amazing figure in the Marvel Universe. One of the coolest cosmic entities that we have, and he is the devourer of worlds, and he is the antagonist for the new Fantastic Four movie. And I love him. He's great. I actually have a buildable Galactus figure that you actually put together from collecting multiple action figures, and it's really cool. But this Lego set, it's granted it's a $60 play set, but it just looks so dumb. Like, his legs look so thin, and then he's got these big, huge, because it's almost like Galactus wears his apron, and he has these weird, huge, like thigh pieces, and his face is wonky, and his hands are weird, and I don't know. There's so much about it that just looks wrong to me. And not only that, but it includes the Fantastic Four minifigs. And so you're like, oh, cool, Fantastic Four minifigs. How good is that? But all the torsos, like 3 of 4 torsos, are the same printed piece. The only torso that's slightly different is Mr. Fantastic's. But to make Mr. Fantastic stretch, right, because that's his superpower, he has stretchy powers, they just like extended the legs, and that also looks incredibly dumb. But that's not the worst one. Go up to the Human Torch, and it's like extra lazy Human Torch, where they basically just put a little connector 1x2 piece on there and then put flame pieces coming out of his feet. But that's also not the worst. You get to Thing. Like, and if you have collected Marvel, you have the minifig, and then you have the big figs, right? And you get big figs of like the Hulk and Thanos are pretty really normal big figs. To me, the Thing is also should be a big fig. It's a big fig, but it's a minifig scale. But don't worry, because his hands, they have like these little attachments that you put on his hands to give him rock hands. It's so bad. Like, I don't know. Like, ugh. So, like I say, we've only got 2 leaked images so far. I did share them for you to see, but it's going to be a hard pass for me. Maybe I'll wait for the buildable Galactus, like something that's a little bit bigger than 427 pieces. It probably will look better. But starting on a low point to me, I guess. But moving on to a higher point, I'm going to move on to sets 10, 360. We now have also leaked images of the NASA 747 with the Space Shuttle Discovery that rides on top of it. So I talked about this set probably 3 or 4 weeks ago when it first dropped of what it was going to be. Well, someone took pictures of it, and it looks pretty cool. The scale is good. If you have seen the Boeing 747, it's the plane, the Boeing 787 Dreamliner set. I actually did a review, had that on there another couple weeks ago. It is the same type of scale to that, but with a spaceship on top. And it looks good. I should say ship. I should say shuttle would be the appropriate term. It's a 2,417 piece set, $230, which puts it at 9.5 cents per piece. Real nice, and actually this one only comes out in a couple weeks. It comes out May 15th, but it is going to be hard to display. I own the Boeing 787. It is a hard set to display, so I think this is going to also suffer from that, because not only is it as big as the 787, but you also have the Space Shuttle on top. So it's just going to be a real tough one to display, and especially for those of you that are out there already spending your money on the Concorde, I don't know how well this is going to sell. Now, sometimes that translates into good resale on the aftermarket when it retires, so we'll just have to see. So I do like the set a lot. I think it looks really good, true to what it looks like in real life, but it is, I don't know, I would give it just 7 out of 10 based on initial images. Moving up from there, though, can we talk Disney? And if you're tuning on the YouTube page, next to me today, I've got Stitch and I have the buildable Simba. And the reason I have these two sets with me today is basically Disney is doing these exact same two sets, but they're doing it with new skins. So the buildable Simba is now going to be set 43269, the 101 Dalmatians puppy. Like, it pretty much looks like the same build, just a little more cartoony. And the one perk about this set is the Dalmatian puppy, you can actually do him as like a 2-in-1, and you can get it so he's like looking like he's about to pounce, like a dog would with his butt up in the air. And that looks pretty cute. But it is definitely, it's very similar to the buildable Simba, but not as similar to the new Stitch character, because there's a new live action Stitch movie coming out, and there's a new character named Angel, which is basically a female version of Stitch. And this set 43257, it is 784 pieces, $60, so 7.6 cents per piece, coming out May 1st. But it is literally the exact same set as the buildable Stitch, just done in the pink that represents Angel. So it even looks, they're sitting the same way. So a little lazy, but if you are a huge Stitch fan, you're probably going to love this, because then you can get Angel and they can be next to each other. And so now you have Stitch and Angel. Likewise with the 101 Dalmatians, if you like the buildable Simba, you're probably going to like the 100 Dalmatians set. And it's actually kind of a big set. It's 1,722 pieces, $140, so kind of expensive, but only 8.1 cents per piece. Both of those, again, coming out June 1st. So if you've not seen pictures, basically think of Simba and Stitch and you got it. You're covered for sure. But moving on from there, can I tell you what the big hype this was this week, though? This is probably putting it right in the middle. Like, what people were most hyped about this week is Lego Fortnite. That was where all of the buzz was. And we have 4 Fortnite sets with official images. We actually have lots of images. And so I'm going to start from lowest to highest, okay, on set numbers. And so we'll start off with Peely and Sparkplug's Camp. That's set 77075. It is a basic set, 7+ age range, 250 pieces, $23 price, which is kind of weird. June 1st. Definitely good looking set, definitely more play scale. I think kids who love Fortnite but may not be huge Lego fans, I think this is the perfect playable set to get them engaged in Lego, but also with the Fortnite theme. So very smart on Lego's part. Moving up from there, though, we have 77076, and that is the Der Burger restaurant. Definitely not going to be Krusty Burger size scale, but this is a little bigger, a 10+ set, 546 pieces. This is a unique price of $65, also coming out June 1st. Again, very much a play style set, and so I like the direction that Lego moved with this. Like, you think of Fortnite currently, and I think of Peely Bones, right? Peely Bones was the big statue. No minifigs, anything like that, and it was a displayable set. These are play scale sets. These are playable sets with minifigs. So I do think they're going to be extremely popular. And especially with these last two. We've got Columbo, that's 77077. Columbo is this giant beast looking animal. It is a 10 plus set at 1,084 pieces. It's $110, so definitely a bigger price range in there, but definitely a cool looking set. I'm sure I am not personally a Fortnite fan. Apparently I'm too old. I'll just say it outright. I am the wrong generation for Fortnite. But I can appreciate how much kids will love Fortnite, and I'm sure they'll love Columbo. But you know what they're really going to love is this next one. And saving the best Fortnite set for last. Last in the set number, it's 77078, the Mecha Team Leader. This is the weirdest looking Transformer / Voltron set I've ever seen. So children of the 80s, you're going to look at this and be like, what am I looking at? It is, I'm just going to say it, it's weird looking. And I say that as a guy, again, who collected Transformer sets, because that's what this is. This is a huge mecha beast, right? And it's 2,503 pieces. So it is a big set, large scale. Also pretty pricey. It's a $250 set, so that's 10 cents per piece. But the weird part is that I've seen on this, it's not actually coming out till August 1st, but I had to include it with all of these because it's the biggest and the baddest of the Fortnite sets that are coming out, and I think the one that people are definitely going to be most excited about. But I did see August 1st, which is strange to me. It seems like it should also be a June 1st release. So you tell me, who knows? I could have gotten that wrong. Maybe it is June 1st, but I'm seeing August on that. But that's Fortnite. And again, I think it's going to excel extremely well. I think it is another IP winner. I think people are going to absolutely love it. But let's say you're of an older generation. Maybe you're a Zennial, Millennial, Gen Xer out there. Maybe your interest is in the new Fauna Collection sets. And the first one is going to be a tiger. It's set 31217. It's a kind of a mix between a beautiful tiger face with flowers around it and something that you can display on a stand or you can hang it on the wall. It's interesting. Again, another new concept coming from LEGO here in 2025. They are all over the place, and so, gosh, I don't care if you're a fan of LEGO. I guarantee you, at this time, there shouldn't be anything that wouldn't at least get your attention, right? LEGO has more sets, more themes, more diversity in their themes than ever before, and I think this is a good example of that. It's 774 pieces, $60, so a really good price point, just under around 9 cents per piece, coming out June 1st. So it's kind of cool. But let's say you are really an art fan, like maybe a tiger face with a floral pattern around it just doesn't do for it. Like you want real art. You loved Mona Lisa, Starry Night. Maybe you were what's the Campbell Soup guy name? Andy Warhol painting with the Marilyn Monroe. Maybe that's your style. Well, this next one should get you going. It's set 31216. This is Keith Haring's dancing figures art. Again, images going up because this is one of those where you may not know the name Keith Haring. He was an artist, like a pop artist back in the 80s. Pretty much made a name for himself in the subways of New York City, spray painting walls before Banksy made it really, really popular, right? And he became pretty famous and iconic in a certain art style. And this set, it's 1,773 pieces, $120, 6.8 cents per piece, so super good price per piece. Again, comes out May 15th, so just in a couple weeks. We do have official images, so again, you can go to lego.com if you want to see these. But it's the dancing figures, and I don't know how to explain it other than just it's very pop art. Each figure is a blast of, primary, secondary color. And what I like about these is that you can both display them as a stand, like you can put them on a table, and they're big. It's like 13 inches high by 34 inches long. Or you can hang them independently up on a wall. And I got to tell you, like, I'm not a dancing figures art fan. Like, I'm not a Keith Haring fan. But the technical aspect of these things, I think, should really be appreciated. Because they really look like the dancing art figures with all of the curves included. And that was kind of the cool part about his art. A lot of curves, right? And Lego, inherently is not a curvy style of build. And so for them to be able to pull this off, whether you're an art fan or not, you have to give your hats off to the designer of this set. I don't know who actually designed it, translated it into Lego. But again, you're a master, because that is really, really incredible. Like, it looks seamless. There aren't a lot of gaps in there. And just that you could make it so it not only, it shows the movement of it, right? You got the little black curves on there that kind of makes it feel like it's not just a static set. It really feels like they are the dancing figures. It captures what the art piece really did really well. So who knows how well something like this actually translates into sales, but from a technical aspect, it's mind-blowing to me, honestly. So really, really good. So, and then speaking of really good, Ninjago. Can we talk Ninjago for a sec? Look, here's the deal. I'm not a Ninjago fan. I've nearly never have been. The only Ninjago sets I have are Ninjago BrickHeads, and then the micro build promotional sets, because I love the micro build style cities, and I love BrickHeads. This is the only reason I bought Ninjago at all. But there is a new set coming out for Ninjago that is absolutely incredible, and it is set 71847, the Guardian Dragon. Guys, oh my gosh. Like, I just saw images of this set, I want to say maybe 3 days ago for the first time, and it is absolutely incredible. Do you like dragons? Do you like Dungeons and Dragons? Hey, it could be a Dungeons and Dragons piece. It could just be if you like dragons. It is really, really good, and it's not the classic Ninjago mech dragon style. Like, it's very much more a art piece style. Like, when you get your you go and you get the statues, the art statues of some type of anime piece, or like I can think of like those Dragon Ball Z statues that would have the Dragon Ball itself. It's just so good, and it comes with I'm going to say it's a really collectible minifig. But it is 1,650 pieces, $150, so again around 9.2, give or take, cents per piece, also coming out June 1st. I cannot wait to get official images of these, because what I'm sharing with you is just leaked images. And usually the problem with leaked images, and I do have to say thank you to Fateful, because this is where a lot of these leaked images are coming from, on Reddit. But man, oh gosh, I may buy a Ninjago set, which is blowing my mind, because I'm about to lose count of all of the Lego sets in 2025 that I'm like, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Stuff I've never considered buying before. I wasn't a Jurassic Park fan, but that T-Rex, I had to get it day one. Thank goodness Father's Day is coming up, so I can at least get some things as gifts, because there's just some really good sets out there, and this is definitely one of them. This is the set where even if you're not an Ninjago fan, you're going to be like, wow, that's really freaking impressive for sure. It is a 18-plus dream. And then speaking of 18-plus dreams, moving on, hey, guess what? Good news. We have some official images of the Sherlock Holmes Book Nook. and a leaked bonus image of the Hogwarts Express Book Nook. So 10351, the Sherlock Holmes Book Nook, it is a $120 set, 8.8 cents per piece. It's 1,359 pieces. The official images, I believe, are actually going to get posted through Barnes & Noble tomorrow. But here you go. We're going to give them to you a day early for sure. It's a really cool idea, really cool concept. Like, I like that it's not only a book nook, you need to understand this, but you can actually, it's on hinge pieces, so you can actually display it flat. So you can do it as a full display piece, like a facade, or you can turn the hinges and it creates a book nook style set. And that's very, very clever. You've got the building, the classic buildings of London, England, and then you've got 4 minifigures. Sherlock Holmes, Watson, Dr. Moriarty, and then a lady. I didn't see who she was. I will say Sherlock Holmes's face, it's kind of plain. I think they could have done a little bit more with that, but Dr. Moriarty and Watson, I think, look really, really fantastic. So, but maybe you're not a Sherlock Holmes fan. Maybe you're a Harry Potter fan. Here is that official image for the Harry Potter Book Nook, and I'm really liking this. It's got the Hogwarts Express, and so you got on one side of the Book Nook, you got the Hogwarts Express, like the actual train engine itself, and you got Harry Potter walking towards it. And then on the other side, you have the passenger cars, and you've got Ron walking in the other direction like he's going to be boarding the train. And again, this is something you can unfold and display as a facade piece, where if you just want to display it on your bookshelf, which is cool, or you can fold it in on those hinge pieces and it becomes a book nook. So very, very cool. I love that they didn't just make it a book nook. They very easily could have done that, but I like that they made it more. This is a good example of where it gives you an additional option, right? But it's not like a 3-in-1 where you're never really going to build the other 2 sets. You just bought it for the one set. Like, I think most people will use it as a book nook, but I think some people will be like, that's a pretty classic display. Maybe I will open it up. So I do like that Lego did that for sure. Phew. So are you doing good? Like, are you on overload yet? Because we're almost 30 minutes in and I still have 1, 2, 3, 4 more sets to talk about. This is how crazy summer is. Y'all, Lego, take my money. And you can take my money with Hogwarts and the new big bad Hogwarts castle, the main tower. Oh, wow. It's 76454. It is 2,135 pieces and $260 excruciating dollars. Y'all, it's 12.1 cents per piece. Coming out June 1st, I will say this, there are 12 minifigures, so that's amazing. But if you... It both astounds me and frustrates me as a Harry Potter collector. First off, Harry Potter modular buildings, like for Hogwarts, the Hogwarts modulars. They did this 6-7 years ago. Good stuff. And then they redid the whole thing, and they did all the new modular buildings, and you could collect them all and build yourself a huge Hogwarts. I have all of those. I collected all of those. And by the time you get done collecting those, it's $500+. Actually, maybe more, like 600. I don't know. It was expensive. But I ended up over the period of a couple years getting all of them. And it does look cool, but it is definitely a little flat. Lego stopped making that style, and they re-released everything in a new modular style Hogwarts. And I'll be darned if it's not the best one that they've done. It's incredible. And it's incredible. The scale is incredibly big. I don't know where anybody could possibly display all of them collected, but this set is really, really good. Down from the dungeons all the way up to the towers where you have, I believe Dumbledore's office may be up there, a dining hall, and then finally the mirror, which is the scrying mirror, the mirror of, not the mirror of requirement. I can't remember what the mirror was called, but the mirror where he sees his parents. Which, by the way, that sticker looks a little weird. Other than that, though, it's really good. besides being really, really expensive, it honestly makes me want to sell off all of my current Harry Potter modular on, Amazon or something, or eBay, and start collecting those because it just looks really, really good. I will say, though, again, tough to display. Definitely big, definitely impressive, but you're going to need some shelf space or more likely table space if you want to give it its due justice. So anyway, moving on from Harry Potter, I'm going to give you a little taste, you Minecraft fans out there. We got another leaked image of the new 21276, the Minecraft Creeper. If you're a Minecraft fan, and there are apparently a lot of you out there, the movie has done really well. A lot of fanatics out there love to see it. But there's a new buildable creeper, and it's actually pretty impressive. Whole lot of 1x1 bricks on this thing. 665 total pieces to be exact. $50 coming out June 1st. But it is what it is. It's a buildable creeper. So it's, about 7 inches tall, green body, kind of that big square head, and then it's got the weird 4-leg things. But if you're a Minecraft fan, maybe you're like kind of tired of all the playable Minecraft sets. Well, here you go. Here's your displayable Minecraft. It will go really well against the Minecraft the pickaxe mine that I talked about last week, or the sword outpost. Like, that would actually look pretty cool. Can you imagine? You have like the pickaxe outpost on one side, the pickaxe mine on one side, the sword outpost on the other, and in the middle you got like a buildable creeper with all your little, Alex and Steve minifigs. That could be pretty cool. So I think Minecraft people are going to be loving this set coming out on June 1st. And last but not least, let's end it with a good one, right? Let's end it with Lego ideas. We have 2, not just 1, but count them, 2 amazing Lego idea sets that are coming out June 1st. Starting with a movie that traumatized me for the rest of my life, 1984's Gremlins. The reason we have PG-13 ratings, because I watched it as a small child, big mistake, but cute little Gizmo. He is 613 glorious pieces, $70, kind of expensive at 11.4 cents per piece, but Gizmo's super cute. The pictures have not been officially released for this, so all we have are the ideas submission pictures, but you can count on it looking pretty cute. But the one I want to spend more time on is actually the one that's been getting played this week, and that is set 21358, and that's the prize machine. This prize machine, essentially, you can think of it as a large gumball machine, right? Like you see when you leave a restaurant. It is a workable prize machine where you actually turn the knob. There is a piece that rotates inside, and you have your little plastic bubble that comes down and releases and gives you a prize. It's really, what a cool concept to take such a simple, iconic thing that all of us have experienced at some time in our childhood and turn it into Lego. 1,343 pieces, very expensive at $170. It's 12.7 cents per piece, and that's really expensive for a non-IP Lego set. But here's what they're doing with it. It's too expensive. It's definitely more a $120 to $150 max Lego set, but at $170, here's the interesting part. People got to vote on what to include in the bubbles. And we're getting some classic new space minifigures in new colors. And that's a big deal because people love their classic space minifigures. And whenever you get one in a new printed color, people lose their stuff, if you know what I'm talking about. You got the bright bluish green and you got warm gold. So that's going to be highly sought after. This entire $170 set, I guarantee you some people are going to buy it just for those 2 minifigures. And if that wasn't all, there's a new Knights emblem. It's going to be Kraken, which always very popular, but there are supposed to be 6 minifigures. So 2 of them are the space ones. 2 are going to be Knights that belong to the new Kraken Knights sets. And then the other 3 minifigures are supposed to get a pirate, which could be the iconic one-legged pirate like you'd see. And then one that's going to have a Lego Ideas logo printed across the torso. So if that comes to fruition, yes, it's still really expensive. Yes, it's more expensive than it should be, but I guarantee you people are going to buy it just strictly for the prizes that they're going to get. And so, yeah, who knows? This could be something I get. I might try to wait on a discount for that so you can display it somewhere so people can actually use it. Because that, to me, is what the cool part is. I don't need it just for the space minifigs, but definitely a cool idea. So there you go. Oh my gosh. I didn't have to talk Star Wars at all because those 17 sets, y'all, isn't that great? Isn't that crazy? Like, June 1st is going to be nuts. And so here we go. The next month, obviously, we're going to get more rumors on things, but I can tell you we're going to flesh some of these out as we go because some of this was very, very like you heard it here first kind of stuff. So I look forward to getting some more details on some of these sets. I look forward to getting some more official images to see just how gosh darn goofy Galactus really is and how stupid he looks, but also how cool that Guardian Dragon is from Ninjago. Like, I really want to see official images for the Guardian Dragon because, again, I'm not a Ninjago fan, but it blows my mind for sure. So, anyway, you tell me in the comments below, of all of what I've listed, what are you gunning after? Or did you even know some of these existed? And now that you do, what are you salivating over? I would love to know. Like I say, I will certainly get back to you in the comments if you do leave me something, for sure. But with that, hey, it's Monday. I hope you have a great rest of your week. I hope you can tune in to Wednesday's episode because we're going back to Star Wars. We are getting prepped for our May 4th release, especially with Jango Fett's Starship. We are going to be reviewing the classic, the 2015 Boba Fett's Slave One. So hope you can tune in for that. Come check it out. But until Wednesday, I appreciate you. I hope you have a great week, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye-bye.
How it's supposed to feel.